My parents.
Did you do a touch up?
Maybe.
It looks like you did a touch up.
Yeah, it looks a little bit.
Because I had to blow my nose, and it's not easy.
Oh, do you have a runny nose, Gut Hook?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Dry mouth?
Dry mouth?
No, it's
mouth?
you know,
I mean, he's already
Allergies.
He's already resistant to pain. I mean,
highly allergic to terriers. That's all.
So you find yourselves in the midst of this helicopter accident. Luckily, all two have survived in the backyard of what looks like new development on the edge of town. Obviously, it made a heck of a noise when you came down, but you don't see anything nearby right now.
Anything in the wreckage we can use? Any of the weapons survive? Any guns or anything like that?
Give me an investigation.
Sure.
Any of Doc's medical supplies?
Give me an investigation.
Any fire anywhere? Should be
Lots
aware
of fire.
about.
You don't even need to give me an investigation there. There's.
I think we should skedaddle.
I only got a
8.
6.
You get a 6. You don't find anything. Actually, you do see you see some rounds that you go over to maybe grab, but before you get there, the heat from the fire starts setting them off, and you quickly back up as they start popping through. Raven, you find some gauze, medical tape. You find basically like a big first aid kit. In it, it's got some like stim packs and other stuff. Like steroid syringes. You also find a scalpel and a bone saw.
Ooh.
We may need that later.
Yep.
I kind of just add them to my already pretty well stocked first aid kit.
Sure. You've got a giant first aid kit on your backpack now.
My backpack
Your
is
backpack.
the first aid kit.
Okay.
First aid, second aid,
Yeah.
Third aid,
cool
So what are
aid,
y'all doing?
Whatever.
And you still have
all
your
the
map,
aid.
Raina.
I'm sorry.
You still have your map.
Okay.
Um,
Looking at it.
Now that we're at a distance, we should talk with Raven about what we should do with this arm.
Wait, what happened to Raven's arm?
Isn't Raven? Weren't you bit?
She's
I-
scratched.
I didn't see what happened.
There was some scratching.
I was worrying about Steve,
Who's
That's fair.
Steve?
the dead guy up front who had
You
two
look
bites.
over
The one
There's
that
just
caused
nothing.
all of this.
from like the bridge of his nose. There's just nothing. There's just a rotor blade right there.
He's the one that literally caused all of this.
Maybe we should just call him Stu.
There you go.
Half the man he used to be.
Stop the yawning.
I know. I'm
Raven.
sorry.
You know what that means?
Raven.
I
No.
know, I'm sorry.
Let's get into the
Poppy.
What
house.
have you done?
I'm sorry.
You and your yawning. Just all
So,
the time.
Let's get into the house to plan this, not on the outside.
Yeah, I would say if we're gonna do anything, we need cover.
So you run to the back door, and it is locked.
Is there a window open, or can we prop this open?
There's a not open, but there's a window in the back of the door, like a
I
9-pane
don't need to
window.
go anywhere fancy to take an arm off.
Yeah, but we don't want to be all loud in the open with zombies running around. I get you're really wanting to wrestle
the
some
lock?
zombies.
I'm really enjoying Raven's face every time you bring this up. By the way,
Can we pop the lock?
you can't. You can try. You can. Oh, you got a crowbar. Give me a roll with advantage if you use the crowbar from Raven's crowbar. Or actually, you've got.
I have the entry tool too.
Yeah. So then that's an automatic. You use the entry tool and you're able to pop it open.
Good. So we're gonna go inside, and then we should probably quickly just check the first floor and make sure that we're not surprised by anything.
You run around quick, and it looks like maybe nobody has even moved in yet. Like maybe it's a model home or it's just recently been constructed.
Yeah, like you said, it was a new development. So okay,
Yep.
Good. So then we should now talk our plans. We need to get to. You have a map. Let's find a table and lay out the map.
All right.
But what
lay out
about
the map.
Raven's arm? I like how I'm easily dismissed. Like all the time.
No,
like the
it's
things
just
I
more-
have to say are not important.
So
You're having flashbacks of high school, Gut Hook.
Crying under the bleachers.
Yeah.
Should we just? I mean, what about Raven's arm?
It's been scratched, I said several times. We don't know how long it's going to take before we lose her.
if we even do. Didn't they say it's only 1 in 3?
Can't we keep an eye
And
on
how
her
many
so close
people are in
enough?
this room? I'm pretty sure I can count.
4. Do we count the DM?
One of us means one of us is going
Who's
down,
the CM
and
you're
it's
talking
got an
about,
arm.
James? I know
stretched.
you got all these codes with doing what you do, but like, who is this you are speaking of?
I'm trying to save Raven.
I know you are, and I appreciate that. I think we all are.
No, you're
But-
trying to look at a map.
He was asking to look at the map, and I laid it down on the dang table. Okay.
Oi.
So,
Right.
so let's take a look at Raven's eyes. Are they dilated?
Give me a roll, an inspection.
7.
You look at them, and it's hard to tell. You don't have a baseline. Not
Fair
having
enough.
looked at her eyes previously.
I'll pinch her and see if she can feel it.
What?
It said in the message from the man on the radio that they can't feel crap.
So you're saying we should punch her?
I said pinch.
Oh,
So
all right.
Raven, what are you doing
gonna
while they're
be
treating
pinching
you like
Raven.
you're not in the room? What are you doing?
Y'all,
I'm just watching this unfold. I'm not really sure what to do right now.
We should continue to talk like she's not there.
James,
Yes.
gut hook. Sit down, shut up.
Well, I ain't gonna sit down anywhere. But I'm gonna stand over here in the corner, look pissed.
So, Gut, why don't you keep an eye on Raven?
You
Wait,
bet I'm gonna keep my
she was
eye on
gonna
Raven.
I
say
am
something.
right here, y'all. I just said shut up so I could speak.
Great.
So yes, I have been hit by a zombie. Scratch bit, whatever you want to call it. Right now, the goal is to get y'all 3 to, it doesn't matter if I'm infected or not, y'all 3 need to get to the port. I will help you until maybe something kicks in. And then y'all go off and I'll do a blaze of glory of
Well, I
dying.
definitely don't think that's a really good mindset to go into this, Raven.
I
Raven,
really
you
You
appreciate
have
your
seen
sacrifice.
So many horrors from my job. I would rather do it my way.
That's fair.
I'm doing my
So I am
way.
Frank Sinatra starts playing in the background.
Yep.
Would you
And
stop
I
playing the
understand
radio,
that.
Gut?
I
Well,
understand
first-
that. But let's be
The
positive.
first plan is to get y'all to safety.
But there's
The first-
plenty of people who live with one arm, Raven. This could be
Gut.
you.
Gut.
But
We
I can't-
don't even know what's going to happen, so we should just watch.
It's probably
Watching
been about
and see what happens.
10 minutes since the helicopter crashed in the backyard, making a massive noise in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just
We
reminding
also
y'all.
can't debate this for too long because zombies
Agreed.
will
Let's-
die.
Can't believe
Agreed.
we're gonna lose
So
Raven.
Shush, so we can make a plan.
Wait.
Yes. How do we get to the port from here?
So we've
So
got the
there are
map laid out.
There are 2 ways you can make it to the port from here.
We've lost our bikes.
Yep.
You can head through downtown. It's a pretty direct route. Or you can take a little bit of a longer route going through the Brook City Zoo.
That's what we want to do.
Let's go see.
I already
some
know what
zombie
Gut Hook's
animals.
gonna want to do. Like,
Y'all, I want to go to the zoo again.
It
One
could be
last
Raven's
trip.
last time.
yeah, this could be the last time.
It's the zoo.
Remember
This was totally my
We're
fault,
going to the
guys.
zoo.
I'm so
We're
sorry.
going to the zoo.
You remember
I just
our
wanted
field
to
trip
wrestle a
junior
gator.
year high school?
We're going to the zoo.
All right.
Okay.
The zoo, it looks like the zoo route because
Yeah.
downtown is probably filled with people.
Yep, or zombies. But
Oh
yes,
man.
So it'll probably
both.
take you only about 10 minutes to get there on foot to the
So
zoo.
then let's just go. I think foot is the way to go unless we come across a car that we can take.
So as you head to the front door, and you can see out the window, there's about 8 zombies that have moved towards the house, drawn by the noise.
Awesome.
My eye stays on Raven like all the time.
Let's go through the backyard of another house. I'm taking it the fences are probably not intact anymore.
So you're able to, you go out the back door and you make it to an adjacent house where the part of the fence has been knocked down, where part of the wreckage had fallen. It. You get into that backyard and looking out the front yard to the left as you get to the backyard, you can see that the way looks clear. However, in the backyard is
A terrier.
Staff Sergeant Ramirez, who is now limping towards you, glazed look in his eyes,
Oh, we should take him out.
half of his head gone, but not the important part.
We should take him out. Shoot him.
All right.
Shoot him in the head.
Give me a roll.
You're the one with the ranged weapons, mister.
Advantage. Yep.
Okay. 8.
Oh, just misses.
Oh, no.
The gunshot cracking through the air as it makes a lunge for you, Raina. What are you swinging your axe?
Yeah.
See it.
All right. Okay. 9.
Okay, you bring your axe down right into his head, and he goes down before he's able to bite you.
Nice.
This staff
Getting a
sergeant,
little rusty there, James.
apparently. It's hard to shoot on the run. Does Ramirez have anything on him? Firearm, knife, survival knife, anything?
He has a flare gun on him,
Ooh, we'll take it.
and one flare in the gun and one additional. But that's it.
Got it. That can come in handy.
All right, y'all hustling to the zoo.
Yep.
Every day I'm hustling.
All right, so you bob and weave through the streets, doing your best to stay out of view of the zombies. So you make it to the front gate of the zoo. The zoo is a.
Can we juke also?
You can juke, yeah. And you, through your bob weaving and juking, you're able to make it to the front. The zoo is a walled enclosure, and you do see a few zombies at the gate, sort of banging at the gate. I don't know how you want to try and get inside the zoo.
How tall is the wall?
It's probably about 8 feet tall.
I think we could probably jump it. I could probably get on top and then pull everybody else up.
Can't hurt to try.
If it's only 8 feet.
Yep. So you're gonna scramble up the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a nearby like mailbox that you're able to jump on and make your way up. So give me a roll. Straight roll. 6.
Yeah.
So you make it, but in doing so, you make a hell of a lot of noise as you bang off the metal mailbox, and the 8 zombies near the gate look down at you and start to move in the direction of the 3 of you. What are you doing? Quick.
James.
Try to pull.
Wait, so
Yeah.
am I up there?
Who you pulling up first?
Who's coming up first?
Quick, tell me.
Raina.
I'm
Raina.
jumping
Go.
up, yeah.
Give me a roll, Raina.
All right. That's gonna be an 8.
You're up. Next person. The zombies are almost on you. Who's coming
Come
up
on,
next?
Raven. Raven.
Go Raven.
Oh,
Give me a roll.
Can't believe I'm gonna die of a zombie lady.
7.
You make it up.
Gut.
Give me a
My
roll,
God.
Gut.
All right, see. 7.
All right. You get up just as one of the zombies grabs onto your boots, and they're tugging real.
I'm hanging on to
Somebody
Gut.
hold on to my
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
We're pulling Gut.
Yeah, we're pulling.
You get up the wall, Gut, minus 1 boot.
Oh, Gut, if we make it through this, I will buy you a new pair of
He
boots.
took my
okay?
boot.
Was it a gator boot?
It was a gator boot. My first gator.
Oh,
Aw.
maybe we could find a gator in here.
Yeah.
So you hop over the wall, you drop
That's how
down.
that works, right?
Yeah.
I feel a
And
little
you
bit better.
You
Not
see
gonna lie.
a information booth with a bunch of zoo maps.
I gotta do something about my foot. You can't just leave it hanging out.
We'll get you a boot from inside someplace.
They don't sell boots at the zoo.
They might have like a flip flop or something. Flip-flop
at the zoo.
Boots.
They might have a dead guy.
They might have that.
That's true. All right. James, you're so good to me. Such a good
we're
friend.
There's a sergeant that's out there. You can get his boot.
Oh,
oh, wait. If the zombies are at the gate, maybe we could just grab their boot from underneath and pull.
Really want to risk that?
No,
I
I'm
think
just saying.
James is like, no. But it's an option that we don't want to take.
Let's look at the map and figure our way through the zoo.
So you go to the information booth and you grab one of the zoo guides.
Yes.
And looking at that map and comparing it with the map that Raina has, you see you can make it through sort of the main thoroughfare where the shops and stuff are. And then if you cut through the reptile house, it looks like you can make it to the back of the zoo and the opening to the port the quickest way.
All right.
Let's do that then. We should stop at the shops to see if there's anything that Gator might want. That Gut may want. Sorry.
So you run down the main concourse, and there's a number of shops. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Footwear.
Okay. Everybody give me a roll.
Oh no.
It's a perception roll.
Come
8.
8.
5.
4.
4. So Raina, you don't really see anything. You're keeping an eye out for potential, zombies coming their way. Guthook and James, all you see that looks like anything related to foot are foot-long hot dogs that you realize pretty quickly have nothing to do with boots. But it's the only thing that catches your eye that might actually have anything to do with foot. And Raven,
Because I keep holding up the buns, going, "You want to put these on your feet?"
Yeah. Your eyes are just drawn to one of the concession stands where there's a bunch of water bottles.
Can't believe I'm gonna die like this.
With
With my foot all exposed.
You
could
can
have
have
My
Matt shoot
foot's
the-
exposed.
You can have Raven's boots, but she's gone.
That's what I just said.
I
I
know.
thought about asking for one, but I thought it was too cruel.
I'm not sure of the foot size.
Since you're about to expire, can I have your boot?
I have it while I'm done.
It's like 4 sizes too small for you.
Damn.
For those
Pretend I
about
didn't say
to die,
anything.
we loot you.
A live looting.
You make it to the end of the concourse, and
You guys were gonna make fun of me for taking money out of the cash register when you thought that's what I was gonna do.
Well, I
Were
mean,
the water
James,
bottles sitting
you
on the
have a
counter?
lifestyle.
Yep.
What'd you say, Raven?
Pick up a couple as we walk past, split in the pack.
Do I see any like weapons, like a harpoon? I mean, they gotta have whales.
A harpoon in the zoo.
not in the concourse.
Great, the
They got
whales,
like
no?
What? Says the person that always said there's not gonna have footwear and boots in the zoo, but sure they'll have a harpoon.
Jump through this hoop or I'm gonna shoot you.
They could have had. They could have had a historical part of the zoo. How they hunted, what's that story about a whale? Moby Dick. Could have been a Moby Dick museum. You don't know.
Let's go to the reptile house and get you a belt.
I do like belts,
So you're
but it ain't gonna save my exposed foot.
you trot to the reptile house and you get in and you notice there's a lot of glass
See, look
kind
at
of
this.
strewn about
I
inside
bet.
the reptile house.
Wait, there's glass strewn about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that means we
And I got
got
an
some
exposed foot.
loose reptiles, probably.
Right, you're gonna be
Find you a
wrestling
steak
something.
and you can use
Not
the
what
steak.
exposed foot. I'm gonna be stepping on glass. Was this Die Hard?
Oh my gosh.
To the left, there's an employee's door.
Oh, we could go check their lockers, see if they have anything.
Well,
You
you
open
go-
up the doors and you don't see any lockers in there. This is more for things they need for the job, but you do see some waiter boots in there.
There you go.
And you see one of those poles with the neck, circle neck thing on.
Now,
Is
there
it
you
like
go.
is it like a slip resistant boot?
Looks like it. Yeah.
James, is this a slip resistant boot? I can't go on if it's not a slip resistant boot.
You know what? I don't think you'll slip in this, and we can throw you in the water.
Yeah.
Are the gators in the water, James?
You should feel at home in these.
These
are
all
waders.
right. So I put
Raven.
the boot on.
Okay. You just put one on. You're
Just
keeping
one-
your old boot.
Yes, I have one old boot and one new boot.
Something borrowed, something new. No, we need
Raven,
something
you
blue.
notice a T-shirt, and you just sort of subconsciously grab the T-shirt.
What?
So confused.
What does it say on the
Nothing.
T-shirt?
It's just
I love
Brook City
Jersey.
Zoo. Brook
Oh.
City Zoo.
Okay.
My friend survived the zombie apocalypse, and all I got was
I came to Reptile Land, but I should have gone to Gator Taters.
You make your way into the reptile house.
All right.
All right.
You're about, good 100, about 40 feet into the exhibit, and you go past like an exhibit on some snakes and stuff on the left, and that's behind glass. Glass on the right is broken, and as you get to the end of it, you see what it was for the exhibit, and it was an alligator exhibit where the glass is broken, and you see in the exhibit an individual with its sort of arm missing, and part of its head missing, and the rest of the body looks like it's sort of decaying flesh on it.
See? Right at home.
So the gator is a zombie?
Mm.
Dude. You know what I'm thinking about right now? Zombie taters.
Oh, God.
No.
I mean, it's the apocalypse. That crap's gonna sell like hotcakes.
I mean, you could make them into hotcakes.
I need
but...
something to stab this gator with. Like, all I got is a boomstick and a gut hook.
Do you want to borrow my knife?
What kind of knife you got?
It's probably not the one that you would use, but it's a butterfly knife. But
I see you looking at my axe. I'm not.
I feel like the axe is probably gonna work better than a butterfly knife.
all right, take the axe.
Did
I
you take
take the axe.
the metal collar thing
Yes.
as well? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you keep running down the hallway. And you get into like a big central atrium. In the middle of the atrium, there's a low pond,
Mm-hmm.
and in the middle of the pond is a large gator with a dull, lifeless look in its eyes. Parts of its hide have already started to fall off, and it just looks up directly at
Going out in a
Gut hook.
blaze of glory.
per Gut Hook's request. The zombie gator is facing off with them. What would you like to do?
Define large gator. Like, is this
It's probably like it's not the largest you've ever seen, but it's maybe like second or third largest gator you've ever seen. Probably the largest you've ever wrestled. Certainly the largest zombie gator you've ever seen.
James? Help me wrangle this alligator.
What? I thought you didn't need any help.
I need you to punch it in the snoot.
What are you gonna do? It's starting to move towards you.
I'm gonna try to wrangle it with that thing in my hand.
Snoop, boop.
With the
Okay.
loop.
Give me a roll. You can do it with advantage.
See, I've been rolling so good now. I'm afraid it's gonna be super low.
Raven, you use the t-shirt to wipe your nose.
7.
All right, you manage to just get it around its head, but you're not able to close the loop over it. Like it's around it, but you lose hold of it, and the bar is like swinging around with it around it.
Okay.
The gator bites you.
Oh.
Oh,
Did it take my boot?
It didn't take your boot. It did sink into your arm.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
What are the rest of you doing?
I guess shoot it in the head.
All right, you're pretty close. Give me a roll.
Jump on Gator Rodeo. Thanks, Geeky Bugbear.
Yep.
10.
10. You fire directly through where you think the gator's brain would
Oh,
be,
no.
but it's pretty small, and you weren't really sure a ton about the gator anatomy. So you stun it. It seems like it's out of it, like stunned, but it's not dead.
They grab the pole.
Okay, grab the pole.
And-
Raina, what are you doing?
So would the entry tool count
What
as
are you
a
doing?
weapon?
What are you doing?
Yes, use
I don't
it.
have a
Use it.
weapon.
Use it. Use the entry
I'm
tool.
gonna use the entry tool.
All right, roll.
All right.
Raven, you pull a bottle of water out of your bag.
5.
Okay. You miss with it. Give me a roll, James, on the tool.
4.
Oh, you lose your grip. What are you doing? Gut hook.
No, I'm gonna.
Still stunned.
What can I'm gonna axe it with a gate. Axe it. We're gonna try to
Axe
axe
it.
it.
Go ahead. Roll.
It's only a 3.
All right, you miss. The gator. See if the gator bites again. The gator misses you this time. Tries to bite. James, what are you doing?
Try grab the hook. Grab the pole again.
Give me a roll.
11.
All right, you grab it and you pull it tight, and you're able to snap its jaw shut and pull its head back.
Oh.
You've got it, but it's strong. It's contained. It's not dead.
That's
Right,
it.
Raina?
I'm going back at it with the entry tool.
Let's do it. Roll it.
All right, 8.
All right, you bring it down, and now seeing where James' bullet went in, you figure it's a little bit, closer to the front of the skull, and you bring it down right on it, and you put the gator down.
Jeez.
The hook's bleeding out of their forearm. Raven, you feel a little bit better than you did before.
Oh no, you're about to die.
Oh no.
We use the tool on Raven.
I have a friend coming with me. That's all I needed.
Gosh darn it, gut hook.
We should probably clean Gut Hook's wound and wrap it or something. Raven,
Yeah.
what do we do?
Wait, is the alligator dead?
Alligator's dead, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Raven's gonna pull some gauze out and just kind of shrugs at James's question and just takes the gauze and just bandages Gut Hook up as best as possible.
Give me a medicine roll with advantage.
Ooh, advantage is good.
Didn't help last time.
This time it will be different.
Yeah, and it's not that effective because I rolled a 5 again.
God, it's like I'm Steve Irwin.
Those dice. Oh, Miss.
Drop
Oh, I
one.
have so much dice, and they just
burn
been
those dice.
You need to burn them. Oh my god.
So Raven bandages your arm, but you don't know
guys
if
aren't used to zombie games.
it's a shoddy job. But
Oh.
you're at the back of the reptile house.
Let's go.
You can see across the street. You can get up on the fence, the wall pretty easily, and across the street are the docks. And from your vantage point atop the zoo wall, what you see is there's a large ship loading up individuals at the end of the dock, and out to sea you actually see dozens of other ships.
Mm-hmm.
To your left, where most of the city is, it's just you can see flames and see smoke, and you hear screams and moans and gunshots happening in the city to your left. So even though the encounter with the alligator did not go as you hoped, it was probably the smart decision not to go through downtown. At the end of the pier where they're loading folks, you do see soldiers holding the pier. There's a chain link corridor running down the pier with signs for survivors to proceed to the checkpoint behind the barrier where the soldiers are holding the pier for the ship. Outside the chain link corridor, there are a ton of zombies that are pushing forward against the soldiers' barricades, and the soldiers are pushing them back from behind using kind of long improvised pole arms. Again, trying to conserve ammo and only using it for when one of the zombies manages to scale the barricade. The chain link corridor leads all the way down the pier to a warehouse that's on the dock, which is right across the street from you. You can see that the warehouse was originally intended as sort of a processing center for refugees, but has since been overrun. From this distance, at least, the chain link corridor looks to still be clear, but you're not sure what the shape of the warehouse is running to it.
So we're gonna have to go through the warehouse to get to the chain link corridor.
Yep.
Correct.
Oh, this will be fun.
But the warehouse is being watched, right?
The warehouse looks like it's been overrun.
Yeah.
Overrun by zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie gators.
Zombie gators.
And you want to go to the factory?
I probably should have requested zombie penguins, but
Yeah. Oh, that would have been interesting.
Oh, that would have been the cutest fight.
would they walk
Their
different?
mouths open, and then there's just rows of
Yeah.
They would probably walk the same though, right?
Or
Could
slide on their bellies.
Was
Ooh,
I able
deadly.
to was
Come
I,
running at us.
since I know
There's just a blood slide sliding on their belly.
since I know a lot about gators, could I have
Are you sure
determined-
about that?
Are you oh my gosh.
Uh,
Are you telling me that you feel at this very moment in time that I don't know a lot about gators? Are you telling me
did we?
that
all
I
go-
don't know a lot about gators?
You scream in a loud voice.
And you know I'm screaming in that voice. I was talking to the DM.
What's the question?
Go ahead.
Since
who's
I
the
know
CM?
all I know about
didn't say-
gators,
I know you know. That was her.
can I determine if it was a zombie gator?
It was definitely a zombie gator.
I'm
and you were
goner.
definitely bitten.
Damn.
Right in your forearm. And you know, if you weren't a hypocrite,
James.
you've got an axe in your hand right now. I'm just saying.
James. I need you to do me a favor.
What is it?
I'm gonna need you to cut my arm off.
We
We don't have a lot of time. The zombies are coming. I need you to cut off my arm.
Can we cut you off your arm when we get into the corridor?
No, we gotta cut it off right now.
We can cut off your arm right now. We don't even think we can stop the blood if we cut off your arm.
Yeah, we have nothing else.
But I can feel it coming through my veins. I'm gonna be a zombie by the time we reach wherever we're going.
God, you're gonna be fine.
Oh.
Let's go.
Hang on, Raven's saying something. What are you saying, Raven?
What'd you say?
If we follow down this track, tourniquet, flare gun, use the flare as the heat source to cauterize the wound. If you go down the route of cutting off Gut Hook's arm.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
with no anesthesia, and how are we cutting it off?
I don't
We're
need
not gonna use the-
anesthesia.
We have
Use
an
the bone
axe, and I
cutter.
have
We
a
have the bone
saw.
cutter.
Oh my God! What's really?
Are you doing it?
With
I'll wait till we get to quarterization.
So you're gonna cauterize the wound first, or you're gonna?
Well, yeah, Raven's idea was that we would go to the place, right? So that we can cauterize it.
I think she
No,
was
she
saying
was
you're gonna
saying
cut the
doing
arm
it
up and
now.
then
Oh
use
yeah,
the flare to
we
cauterize
should do
the
it
stuff.
now. Oh, it's gonna cause a lot of noise. Cause I'm gonna be screaming like a baby.
Really?
Again,
If we do it with the axe, it'd be nice, quick, fast.
This is what we're
Well,
doing?
the wound has already been.
I'll
bandaged
need you to
up,
cut off
so
my arm,
wrap it in
James.
gauze.
You're my best friend.
What are you guys doing?
Take the axe, James.
Are we really doing this?
Take the
She puts
axe,
the axe in her hand.
James.
do it. We're on a
Puts the axe
time.
in
Do
your hand. What are you
it.
doing?
Tourniquet the arm, right,
I
like
don't-
right above, right here.
So then I stop thinking about it and just do it.
Just
I'm shoving, like, if I have fabric or something, I'm just shoving it
What are you doing, James? Time's ticking.
around.
I
Gus.
did,
Wow.
I stopped thinking about it and just do it.
Give me a roll.
It's okay. I'll hold Gut Hook up to my bosom. and I'll-
8.
I'm like
Eight.
chewing on like some kind
You
of
make it. You
that
bring
belt
the
we
axe
talked
down.
about earlier by Snake.
Guts holding their arm against the top of the brick wall, and you bring the
Nope,
axe
nope.
down, and you make it like 2/3 of the way through. You have to give one more swing.
Ooh.
And there's like snot coming out. Like
Intense pain, Gut. What's that?
there's like
8.
snot coming out.
8 again. You make it all the way through, and the arm is laying there. Are you taking? Who's using the flare?
I'm holding him, so someone needs to.
Raven, you popping the flare open? Raven,
Yeah,
as you
do
pop
it.
the flare open, the flame from the flare goes across your palm. You don't really feel it, and you hold the flame under Gut Hook's arm, and Gut, you're in intense pain as the flame all around the wound, but it pretty quickly burns the flesh and the veins closed.
Then I lob it in the opposite direction so that it goes. away.
You
know,
lob
across the
my
sky with
hand?
the flare.
Oh, the flare? I think my hand. I was like, damn.
Oh wait, did you lob the hand?
Lying on the wall.
It's still laying on the wall. Yeah.
The flare.
I just threw out somebody's hand.
Oh my god.
It's a Finding Dory with all the fish come out of the trunk.
Your husband lost.
No, sorry.
Like a pack of dogs, the zombies just go running down the street.
Like the Finding
Like,
Dory.
did my hand move? Because now I'm really concerned about my life.
No,
your
it's
hand's
the
your hand's
Finding-
still lying there on the
Distraction for later.
It's like Finding Dory when they come out and they're crashing the car into the ocean, and you just see the hand just slowly flying.
Raina, I think I'm gonna pass out, Raina.
Nope,
let's
nope,
get
I'm
we're
gonna
going.
pass
fine.
out from the pain.
You got-
I
the-
shove
you
an
got the,
energy bar into his mouth, and we're going.
The energy bar.
Raven, you have the what do you call it? Adrenaline shots in the pack.
Oh,
Raven,
that's right.
Raven, you hang out with.
You just stab me in the heart.
So you're supercharged now. You'll be rolling with advantage.
Yes.
For anything that doesn't require two hands, you'll be rolling with advantage.
I guess we're gonna run across the street to the warehouse now.
Okay.
And check it out.
I'm just gonna book
You run
it.
across the street to the warehouse. You make it in, and it's
Hook
dark in there.
barbarian, here we go.
It's pretty wide open. There are a number of zombies like milling around, and you can see there's a room towards the back where you're guessing the chain link corridor, leads to.
Can we go around?
Back.
Can we skirt around the outside? I mean, the outside wall, inside, but by the wall.
I gotcha. You can. Everybody can give me stealth rolls.
Everyone gets stealth rolls?
Yep.
Ooh, 10.
7.
And lava, you should add that as a skill.
Man.
Nice.
Yay!
There it is.
Where was that 10 just a moment ago?
Where was that 10 before?
Damn.
I was trying
So you're
to
able
get
to,
it?
as a group,
That's
make
true.
it around
That's true.
quietly the outside of it to make it to the rooms at the back of the warehouse. You open the door into the back room, and you see what looks like sort of a gate at the back of the room. Some tables in front of it, definitely sort of like a processing and holding area.
Yeah.
And the gates to the processing area, they look locked. And there are two doors into the room, the one you came through, and then one that's on the other side that also enters into the warehouse. So
We could close them both.
okay, both of them are closed.
Is the gates locked?
The gate's locked. There are no locks on the doors that you just closed.
That's okay. Hopefully they don't figure out how to turn doorknobs yet.
I mean, this could be a Jurassic Park scenario real quick.
Can we pop the lock?
Give me a roll. It's a pretty heavy duty lock. It's going to be a high. You have to hit probably about a 10 to get this.
I guess we should try it. There's no other way in, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I got half of it. Maybe somebody get the other half.
I mean, you've got a number of tools that might take a while. to
Oh,
make a
the
lot of
entry
noises.
tool. Can I try the entry tool? Will that work?
You can try it. It'll probably make some noise, but you can try it.
I'll try it.
What'd you get? 2. So you go to put it in, and it actually looks like you think you would see how to put it in to do it, but as you're trying to maneuver it, you just drop the tool onto the floor of the warehouse, making just a giant bang, and you hear from the outside of the warehouse just a lot of shambling bodies coming towards the door, both doors. I don't know what you guys want to do. But
Is there any furniture in here?
There's a table that's in front of the processing area.
Push it towards the main door.
Okay, so you push that towards the main door.
And then we're
it's
gonna-
pretty light. It's like a folding table.
Yeah, it's not gonna really do us any good.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it's not gonna do us
Are there
any good.
windows like above us or anything?
Really high, like 15, 20 feet up. It's a warehouse.
Any
So let's go to the other.
stairs? Should go
Let's
up
go
the
to the
stairs.
other side of the gate. Like, which way is the gate open?
It opens,
we
like
push
you
it
can
in?
still. I mean, you can still have to open the lock. You can keep trying at the lock, and like I said, it looks like you.
let's try for the
you
lock
do it.
again.
But are you holding the doors at all, or no?
So should all of us hold the doors while he does the lock?
Hold the door! Yes.
Yeah.
Who's holding this door?
Raina's holding the door.
Okay. You guys want to hold the door? You want us to hold the doors and you do the lock?
All right,
Can we
tell me
just do
quickly.
this quickly?
All
I
right, so
only
I'm
got
holding-
one hand. I'm
I'm
gonna
holding
watch
the
the door.
Flammable.
I'm up against one of the doors since I pushed the table.
I'm gonna be
against
up
it.
there with James. We're going down.
Okay,
We're
so
going
you
down
and
together.
James and Guthooker on one door.
That's right.
Raven, are you on the other one?
Yes.
Door.
Okay,
All right,
so
fine.
you're
I'm
holding the door.
I'm trying to open. Then I'll do the lock. I'm
This
working
one,
on it
so
again.
you can do it with advantage this time.
Go as quick as possible.
And it looks like you've probably, it's already been dented a little bit by what James tried
All
to
right,
do. So,
10.
all right, you pop it. But as you pop it, both Guthook and James and Raven on your other door, you feel that the zombies are right on the side of the door pushing in. And the moment you release the doors, they're going to be flooding in.
Awesome. So open the gate so we can run through. Which way does the gate open?
James,
In
I
or
don't
out?
think I could run, James. I'm pretty
Oh my
weak.
god, we just went through lobbing
I'm pretty
your arm
weak.
off. You are surviving this.
Wait,
Is there anything flammable around us?
It opens in.
It opens in.
Yeah.
So if we open it in and we run through, we can pull it closed. They would have a harder time getting through.
No, it opens into the corridor. So you're going to push it back. So they're going to be their weight against yours.
It's okay, James.
We're going to, so it's really going to suck.
Oh my gosh. Really? After we went through all that
You can go on without me. It's all
You
right.
just wanted a bosom hug. That's what you wanted.
God, you are full of adrenaline. You're going to be the first one through.
I'm not going to make it, James. Just go on without me. I'm a weak link.
What are you doing?
Right.
You're pushing.
So, as they go, let them run through the door, and as I run with them, I'll pull the table with me and drop it in front of the gate.
Okay.
You know, like pull it.
I
back.
understand. Yeah. So are you gonna like backpedal, pulling the?
I have to. Actually, I'll let the zombies help me push it.
Okay. So you can do that. The only thing is one of two things. So when Raven lets her door go, they're going to be hitting you from the side if she lets it go at the same time. So
yeah, no, never mind. We'll just all go. We'll just all go at the same time.
Is there anything flammable gasoline wise in here?
Give me an investigation check, but do it quickly.
Yeah, we're pushing time.
A 5.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Keep on running.
If the door is open, let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're gonna go.
All right, y'all just run. So Raina, you're first into the tube.
Yep.
Who's next?
Excuse me.
Gut.
Raven. She's next.
No, Raven and I have to go at the same time. Gut,
Decide, go.
I'll go. I'll go.
Gut,
I'll go.
go.
I'll go.
Gut goes.
I'm going.
Gut goes.
And then Raven
James,
and I go.
James, go.
All right, I go.
And right as soon as he leaves, Raven goes.
Okay, so down the corridor, it's Raina, Gut, James, Raven, and you all are flying down the chain link corridor with the zombies behind you. And it's kind of surreal because as you're running through the corridor, not only are they behind you, but all the zombies that are on the pier against the chain link fence start to slam against the fence and push the fence in. So it's real tight as you're running between this corridor of zombies. The soldiers on the dock see you coming, and they see the massive zombies running down the corridor. And they just turn around and they shout to the boat, "Push off!" And the boat starts to pull up, and then they take their guns out, and their fire conservation is off, and they just start firing into all the zombies in the main part of the pier, standing on top of the barricade and like waving for you to run as quickly as possible.
Oh, I thought they were just going to
corridor.
shoot us down. I
Yeah,
didn't think they were going to help us. I was like, wow, what a way to end this.
That would have been a horrific death.
Holy crap.
So you make it to the edge of the barricade, and they start like hauling you up over the barricade one at a time. Everybody give me a quick roll.
8. Oh my
7.
God, with the doubles.
Okay.
7.
Okay. Raven.
7.
7. 2.
3.
3. Okay. You scramble up the wall, but you're first, so you start to like fall down. But Gut comes behind you, and with one arm, adrenaline raging, pushes you like right in the butt, right up the wall,
Right
before
up the butt.
everyone else gets pulled up. And
That
when
was
you
for
get to the
you.
wall,
I resent that.
you don't even take their hand. You just grab on, and with your strength, you just like launch yourself over the wall, and you're running down the backside of the pier. The soldiers all jump off the wall, and the barricade starts to go as all the zombies rush through the barricade, and all of you are in a mad sprint for the boat, which is probably about like 2 feet off of the pier right now. All of you just jump flying through the air to land on the deck of the boat. And as you do, every soldiers around you, everybody heaving the breath, you just see like a tidal wave of zombies come running down the pier, some of them jumping off and smacking into the side of the boat to come after you. But as far as you can tell, you are safe at this moment in time. A doctor comes over, pulls out a flashlight, and comes up to each of you. Comes up to James.
I
looks in
hold
your
Raina
eyes,
to my bosom.
walks you past, goes up to Raina, looks in your eyes, moves you past, comes up to Gut, looks at the arm, looks at the eyes, looks at the arm, looks in your eyes, squints a little bit, and just says, "I think we're okay, but keep an eye on this one." They go over to Raven, and they look in the eyes, and they take a step back, and they pull out their gun, and they say, "Your right end's here."
James.
Let me do it.
Friend.
Okay. The doctor steps away, steps back on the boat, but is watching you, James.
I hide Raina's face.
I will do it.
All right.
In my furry
so
bosom.
Do you say anything?
Yes, I do. Raven, I'm sorry.
Raven.
You pull the trigger.
Yes.
The head goes back, and Raven, you just fall off the edge of the ship, swan dive backwards into the
Never
water.
let go, Raven. Never let go.
I'm getting hurt.
The rest of you have survived your first day in 0 Hour. Man, I wonder what the rest of the apocalypse is going to be like.
Holy crap.
Dad!
Yeah, God, you can't lose any more arms.
Yeah, you really can't lose any more limbs. Nothing.
So interestingly, Raven, I rolled a 5 on you, so you probably could have taken the arm and maybe survived. God, you were fine. I rolled a 1, so you didn't need to lose the arm.
Hey! That's great.
I didn't know exactly how high up it was going to go, but I was thinking that because there is like big arteries in that area, even if did the tourniquet for it correctly, I probably would have died anyway from blood loss.
Yeah, it's always like a fun cinematic in zombie movies, but like I feel like the reality is like the moment you get bitten, if they're carrying something, that's in your blood and it's in your heart like 10 seconds later, right? Like it's not. I think it's like a bloodborne infection, right? So I imagine it moves pretty quickly.
It's all right. Girls
But I'm not a
dig
doctor, so
missing limbs.
Yeah. But I mean, the way to lose a limb for you, gut. I mean, alligator bite. That seems pretty good.
One hell of a store at the tavern.
Oh man.
Well, thank you all
you
for
have the
playing.
gator bite story and hand lobbing.
Yeah, hand lobbing is now.
Did you bring your hand, or did you leave the hand on top of the?
No, we lobbed it, didn't we?
You lobbed the
No,
flare.
I lobbed the flare. The hand was still sitting there, but I made the comment of like distraction later.
Oh,
so
well, if you didn't lob my
probably wouldn't
hand,
have
yes, I
picked
would
it
take my
up.
hand with me. But I don't think I would have thought that it was going to be put back on. It was more like as like a
No,
souvenir.
they're not
to-
putting that
it
back
from
on.
the
Yeah.
Addams family, and
I'm
going to
do some
around.
like taxidermy on it and hang it up in gator taters.
The doctor actually asked you if they can use it for potentially researching a cure.
You could put your gut hook into your missing arm.
Oh my gosh.
Your hand hook.
This is fantastic.
Find out so much more for
It's
the
now
next one.
a horror game. This is great.
Next charity live stream. It really will be Titanic and hand lobbing. You know, all of that.
0 Hour day 2.
You're
Got
on a
it.
raft, and all the sharks are zombies. What do you do?
I don't know how we escape from this one, guys. This is yeah.
Gut Hook takes his actual name.
Well, I know it's pretty late in the evening, so I don't want to keep any of you up longer than we have to, and I think we're coming to the end. But why don't we'll do we'll go around. Everyone can say a little bit about themselves and where you can find them online, and we'll start with Rich.
Oh, okay. So you can find me on Twitter. I am the Disruptive DM on Twitter. Normally, you can find me every week on the Weekly Word. On our on the new Twitch channel we just moved, Long Island Tabletop on Twitch. Thursdays at 9:00. That's where you can find me. And then if you look at that channel, every other week you can see me like 6 times, if you care to.
6 times.
I am currently on 6 different streams. I will not be on 6 different streams for long. And then I recently launched a research project into the history of Dungeons and Dragons through immersion, which means we'll be playing a lot.
Nice.
Nice.
Jordan.
Thank you very much, Smitty.
Thanks for playing.
Find me on Twitter at D&D Jordan Lee, as well as I am on the Thread Raiders Discord. I'm usually poking around. I am currently in the process of working to get my streaming set up a little bit better, and then hopefully we'll be streaming a little bit more on the Thread Raiders.
Yay.
But thank you for giving, and thank you so much, Smitty, for throwing this together. I definitely want a sequel because this was really fun. But yeah, thank you so much.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you all for playing. Christine?
Hi, y'all. Christine here, also known as Crafty Psych, across the Twitterverse. I am also kind of poking around every now and then on the Thread Raiders Discord. but I also am a moderator over at Welcome to the Party. So come check us out. We've got a bunch of games going on. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll be running a one shot in December.
Yay!
So
Can
that's
you
gonna
share
be
anything? What's
interesting.
Yeah,
do you
when
know
in
what the topic
December?
is yet, or system or anything?
It's D&D 5e, and I'm basically creating a dungeon, and it's just gonna be a basic dungeon crawl to
Nice.
for a
Nice.
one shot.
Very cool.
So
You have to let us know
Yeah.
the date so we can come see
Yeah.
it.
I think it's December 9th, but I will double check that.
Yes. Let us know.
Absolutely.
Let y'all
Let us
know.
know.
Yeah.
CA?
So come check us out.
I am Chaotic Anarchy. I am on the Thread Raiders podcast. You can find me on the Twitterverse. You can find me on Twitch. I usually hang out at the Thread Raider Discord channel quite often. You can meet me at conventions. I cosplay. I do all kinds of crazy stuff. But I think Rena has probably heard me speak about myself multiple times today. I was probably a little tired of it. But thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. We are currently at $1,327 raised for Extra Life. And that's absolutely incredible. Even with all of the issues with their website, we were still able to get close to our goal so far, and we still have plenty more to go on. Beneath the Twitch video, you'll see the schedule is there, and you can see all of the fun things coming up. In fact, after this, there is actually a D&D 5e puppet show going on. And this time, instead of Reen watching us, we're going to be watching Reen. So everyone should hang out and see the show. It's going to be really great. And that's all I got.
Before you finish, I wanted to know if you had any beard care tips or anything like that for the audience.
Any what tips? Beard tips?
Beard care.
You mean like how I did it?
No. I mean, I assume it took a while to grow, and how do you groom
It did. I mean, it took about an hour.
Mhm.
It's a long time. You know how beards do.
You're like a Play-Doh person. You just held it.
Actually,
CA.
It's really just dirt.
It's actually I used my toothbrush. It's sacrificed for the kids, and used eyeshadow. That is all I did. I just added water to eyeshadow and then just pegged the hell out of my face.
Really good.
Thank you.
I am PB Smitty. You can find me across most platforms as @PB Smitty, but mostly on the Twitterverse. I hang out with all these folks here at Thread Raiders and have started doing streams here and there with them. So hopefully I'll do more. Also, I'll be at PAX Unplugged in a month or so. So anybody who's going to be there, hope to see them.
Still trying to get James. I'm used to calling you James now. Rich. You have to go to PAX Unplugged with us.
Yeah.
Just got my pass today.
You're so close to us. You should come.
We'll see. We'll see.
And I hope to see anybody who's in chat but not in the Thread Raiders Discord join up. You can even let us know from the chat, and we'll make sure you get in there.
Yeah.
But thanks again, everyone, for playing. Thanks to Extra Life for all they do for the kids, and looking forward to having Steel Puppets coming up next. Hope everyone sticks around.
Sounds good.